Look, I'm making this video because somebody got to stand up with Drake because nobody's doing it. And y'all some bitches. Y'all some bitches. Let me tell you why y'all some bitches. I'm going to go back to the controller verse when Kendrick said all that shit about all those rappers, right? He name dropped all those rappers, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what verse I'm talking about, that controller verse, right? He dropped all those name rappers, and all those rappers didn't say nothing. Nobody said anything. And people were like, oh, that's just Kendrick just having fun, or that's just Kendrick just, obeying his thirst and shit. That's just Kendrick, and Kendrick like, I just thought he was having fun, And then Drake said, yo, fuck that nigga. Like Drake was like, yo, fuck that dude. Like he just like that's just going in the moment. It's just a versus shock value. He's the only one that said something. And because he was the only one that said something, because Big Sean didn't say nothing, J. Cole didn't say nothing, nobody else said nothing. Because Drake was the only one that said something, y'all said, "Oh, he's sensitive. He's sensitive." Man, look, I'm gonna cut to the chase. If this was the '80s and the '90s, and some rapper just name dropped every fucking rapper in the game, that dude's career would be over the next day, probably before the night ended. His stage would get bum rushed. Every rapper would drop him in every song. Yo, what you talking about? Like Drake did the most hip hop thing in the whole thing when he said, "Yo, fuck that shit." You can't just come up here and just name drop everybody like that. Then when Macklemore win the Grammy, and then Macklemore had to apologize to Kendrick for winning the Grammy. People are like, "Oh no, you should apologize." Drake's like, "No, you fuck that. Kendrick ain't the only one you beat out. You beat out everybody else too. Apologize to everybody then." Oh, Drake's being sensitive. No, Drake's been more hip hop than the rest of you motherfuckers. Drake's been the most hip hop because this shit would not fly if Rakim KRS One was still running the game. You're not gonna name drop 50 dudes in a rap song and nothing happened to you. No one's not gonna say nothing. Prime example, LL Cool J, Cannabis got together to do a song. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cannabis told LL Cool J, "Hey, that mic on your arm, let me borrow that." LL Cool J has a tattoo of a microphone on his arm. For those people who only know LL Cool J from the motherfucking CSIs and shit, he has a microphone on his arm. Cannabis, a rapper, said, "Yo, let me borrow that microphone on your arm." LL Cool J said he felt disrespected. He felt disrespected from Cannabis saying that. Cannabis like, I just thought I was being like, damn, dude, you my fucking idol, and I just thought like I'd be funny, like let me borrow that, like yo, I'll give it back. Like I'm not gonna. LL Cool like, wait, you want my fucking mic? Like the fucking dog, you don't deserve this shit. So LL Cool J went back and redid his verse so that it came at Cannabis in this damn song that they're featuring on. And y'all calling Drake soft. No, you're soft. And you're being a bunch of bitches. Everybody says that Kendrick won the rap battle, but all I'm seeing is Drake posts. I see more Drake hate than people actually celebrating Kendrick. Like I haven't seen like a best of Kendrick compilation album recently drop. I haven't seen twi- X posts and Instagram posts go up. Hey, check out Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, he won the Brit Award for the most valuable international player or some shit. Right, he won the most international award. I haven't seen no celebratory shit towards Kendrick. Nothing that says, hey, this is the guy that we hail as the one of the best in hip hop. I haven't seen none of that. All I see is Drake shit. Drake is falling. Drake is spiraling. Drake is out of control. It's all Drake news. So how can you say Kendrick won when all you talk about is Drake? You supposed to be holding up the guy who actually won on your shoulders. What y'all doing is y'all celebrating the monster, the giant that y'all brought down. And I say y'all because it was a collaborative effort across the goddamn board. Drake stood no chance in that battle. It, it, I get why he did it, but he stood no chance because people wasn't there to actually watch Kendrick and Drake battle. People was there to say, "Oh, there goes Drake," right? Because Kendrick is that guy that you see at the corner store, right? That's how he betrays himself anyway. He's that guy that you see at the corner store. You know, he's Rocky running up the steps. He's a champion, right? Everybody want to rally around. Drake is Boeing jets. You know, he's living in the sky. You know, Kendrick ran to the battle. Drake had his giant plane in the sky, dropped down the steps, and he just walked down in a fucking goddamn fur coat in the middle of March. So the best way I can explain this, think about this: when Elon Musk posts on X, right? People don't give a damn that Elon Musk posts on X, right? And when they respond to Elon Musk's comment, 99.9% of the people will not respond to the actual comment. Elon Musk can be like, broccoli, it's a different shade of green, isn't it? Fuck you, Elon. You suck. So that's what happened to Drake. Drake peeped his head out. Everybody said, oh, he's here. And it was a 20v1. It was 20 million versus one.